Hello guys and welcome to another gameplay guide of IRE Blood Memory from Gamer Phoenix. In our previous video, we talked about armors and weapons in detail. If you haven't seen it yet, the link is in the description below. In this video, we will be talking about world bosses and give you the much needed tips and tricks on how you can defeat them. We'll also be talking a little about boons. So let's get on with it.
Rift and campaign bosses will be discussed in separate videos. We initially thought of including all the bosses in one video, and when the video was ready, the runtime was very long and trimming it didn't help. So we reworked on it and decided to make a 3-part series on bosses instead. When you start with the game, you are at the starting level of 1. You will find it much easier to defeat world bosses. Rift bosses will get difficult as you progress deeper in the game, and when you do, you find it easier to defeat Rift bosses than world bosses. Campaigns also tend to get difficult as enemies like hellhounds, undead soldiers, ash and all will gradually get more attack strength. In some future campaigns, their 1 or 2 strikes could kill your champion no matter what your level. They will also gang up on you, so be prepared for that too.
All the world bosses have a particular weakness, and it makes much sense to master weapons which you can use to defeat them easily. I have continued to use the poison sword because I had invested a significant amount of time over the year to bring it to this level. World bosses gradually increases in levels as you keep constantly defeating them. With every 3 defeats, you get 200 gems. Keep up with the tempo of defeating them with upgraded weapons and armors. As explained in our previous video, complement your weapon and armors with accessories and skill shards. Invest your time wisely. Let's now talk about world bosses. Now you can play against the world bosses anytime you wish. The most preferred time is when these bosses have some visual effect surrounding them. During this time, after you've won, you will be rewarded with some special drops. To get these special drops, you can fight against the same bosses for 24 hours. You get more opportunity during the weekend when you can fight more than one boss. The first world boss is called Prowler. It's curse powered, has no weapons, and more than just prowling, it also howls. Yes, it does. And it gets bad because if you are within the howling's range, you are dead. Stay out of its way. It has a swipe and stomp attack, and it jumps. For the curse attack, it kind of preps itself for a jump by squeezing its front and hind limbs, which looks like a shiver. When you notice that jump, dodge to your side immediately. This is one hit you'd wish you avoid at all costs. Try hitting it from the sides rather than hitting it head on. Watch these videos on how I tackled them. I've put some of the Prowler's attacks on slow motion to help you gauge when it is about to attack. With enough practice, you should be able to beat it easily. Larius has a sword with a poison attack. What you should be careful here is his jumping strategy and a combo attack. He swings and then thrusts his sword straight. Dodge to your side to avoid being hit. He doesn't jump always, but it deals you greater damage if you are within range. He isn't fast, so you can take this to your advantage when he begins to particularly turn. Advisable to go for a combo attack whenever possible and then dodge to a comfortable distance until your stamina gauge is full. Then repeat the process. Take sufficient time to explore your tactics and don't rush into battle. Dane can really be nasty because he has a stun powered weapon, and if you have not yet been hit with this power yet, get ready to experience its devastating attack. It has a much faster swing, but it does give up some subtle hints when it is about to make that swing. For example, in order to stun you, he rushes towards you and then hits you. It soon follows with a swinging attack. Study these moves as you keep fighting him so that next time you are better prepared. Bloodred is next. He's a tough son of a and it won't be easy to defeat this guy. His weapon is burst powered. He swings his blade a lot, and one thing he does is tap from his leg, which sends icicles towards you. On contact, it gives a burst effect. There'll be a momentary pause or a slowdown when you can strike him, especially when he trips and falls face down. Use a combo attack. What you need to do is dodge and attack, and repeat this tactic. Let's talk about Munin. She is a and I really mean that. Because as and when you progress deeper into the game, she becomes more and more tough. She has 1000-powered weapons and as fast as a swinging Tachi. We really cannot offer much of a guidance here because it entirely depends on your attack strategy, the level your boon is at. My advice is use a Tachi or a gauntlet as a weapon against Munin.
One common strategy you can accommodate is to keep dodging and hitting the bosses from the back or side. Let your boon deal with the bosses while you deal with the major blows. Remember that these are not absolute foolproof methods described in the video, but it should be enough to get you going.
Let's now talk about boons. What are boons? Boons are nothing but calling for help from those people who are there in your boon list. You can accept or request up to 30 boons. Whenever you play a campaign world boss battle, you can call upon these boons to help you defeat your adversary. For raid and rift battles, you can summon up to 2 boons. Ensure the boons request you send to other human players are of much higher level than yours. This will benefit you greatly. Boons cannot be called for expansion campaigns. More about this in our future videos.
That's it for now. We hope you found our guide useful. And do let us know in the comments below if you have any questions, comments and suggestions. We would love to hear from you. Until then, we'll see you again in our next video.